All right, you guys. So today I have something very, very special for you here today, guys. As you can see, I do have the Mandalorian Razor Crest here for you guys. Now, obviously, guys, this is not a Hasbro product or any other toy manufacturer product. This is a 3D print that I had put together by JD Hobby out of San Pedro here in Los Angeles, California. Very cool toy and hobby shop, model shop. They have all sorts of models, all sorts of Star Wars stuff. Great shop. I've been shopping there for about 2 to 3 years now, and they just got a 3D printer in and started printing some amazing stuff. I'm gonna put up a shot right here of the giant robot that they 3D printed for one of their customers. I believe this totaled to about $1,000 or something, $1,000 and change or something to have it done. But as you can see, it is a massive scale and very, very awesome. So when I saw that, I said to myself, well, I wonder if they could do the Razor Crest for me, because I've seen some people do the 3D print of the Razor Crest. So I put that request in, and as you can see, they were able to fulfill that request, guys. So let's go ahead and get you guys a closer look at the Razor Crest. So getting you guys a closer look at the Razor Crest here. This is a really, really awesome vehicle, obviously, and to get it in a 3D print is just absolutely awesome, and the detail is just utterly amazing, just utterly amazing. Now, the overall paint job was put together by JD Hobby out in San Pedro. So they did the overall painting. However, the orange decals on the side, I had to do myself. They did not do those prints, so if it looks a little wonky, that's why it is. But very, very cool vehicle. And as you guys can see, I do have my 3 1/4 size Mandalorian figure standing next to it. So it is a bit out of scale for the 3 1/4 size figure, but it's almost just about right. And I've seen Hasbro do worse than this with their vehicles and the 3 1/4 size figures. So I'm somewhat pleased with it, and we'll get a look at some of the features, very surprising features from this 3D print vehicle. So with this 3D print vehicle, you do actually get some really, really cool articulation with this particular print. So I'm going to show you all of the features of this vehicle. Starting with the cockpit canopy, we do have an opening canopy here, guys, which is really, really awesome. And we'll get a look at all of the detail on the inside. And guys, you're going to be very surprised if you haven't seen one of these already, at all of the detail on the inside. But I wanted to get you a look at the side door here. And you have an opening side door right there, which is really, really awesome. I know Baby Yoda's kind of in the way there. We'll just kind of move him to the side. But as you guys can see, there is an opening door for the side, which is really, really awesome. Now again, it's not in the scale with your 3 1/4 size Mandalorian, so that's not a door that he's going to be able to walk through or even stand next to, because it's going to look a little weird. But again, for this to be a 3D print vehicle, I think is absolutely awesome. to get any type of articulation, but wait, there's more. So on the other side of the vehicle, there is another door. There's another side door there. We open the side door, comes down. Very, very cool stuff. Very, very nice. So you have dual opening side doors on the vehicle that allows you to see clearly through the vehicle. So that is absolutely awesome. And then for the back side of your vehicle, you have the back opening port that opens like so. So that is really, really awesome. Now, the one thing with this particular, the 3D print, obviously, some of the pieces, because the pieces are printed all separately, and then you have to put everything together. The shop put everything together for me, and not all of the pieces are going to fit perfectly. Just about every single piece on this thing fits perfectly. There are some little wonky parts, but just about everything fits perfectly and closes perfectly. However, this back door hatch will not stay closed, unfortunately, so I kind of had to kind of rig it a bit so it will, I can get it to close or stay in the closed position. So I put a piece of Velcro strip there, as you can see on the back side, just as a temporary fix until I can think of something more permanent. But that will allow me to keep this door closed. But as you can see, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but it doesn't close perfectly because the Velcro kind of hinders it from closing all the way. So again, that's something I'm going to need to work on with this vehicle. But other than that, that is the only issue that I'm having with this 3D print vehicle. So to say that this is the only issue that I'm having, which is a very fixable issue here, I think I came out like a bandit with this 3D print vehicle. So this is absolutely awesome, guys. So as I had mentioned to you earlier, there is an opening canopy, which is absolutely awesome. But not only that, on the inside, there is lots of detail. You have control panels. You even have the little knob that Baby Yoda is actually holding in his hand there, which is really cool. But you have controls, you have panels, you have seats. It's just very, very nicely detailed. Again, for a 3D print vehicle. So this is really, really awesome. And then with the back door open, you can obviously see all the way through the vehicle. Now, in the main hull of the vehicle, there isn't much detail. It's just plastic, couple of parts there. There isn't much detail beyond the cockpit and what you see on the outside. But obviously on the outside, guys, and we're gonna get a look at all of that, you have a lot of detail in the front, on the guns. There's just a lot of detail there, guys. Very, very awesome stuff. And then with the canopy closed, let's get you a look at some of the detail in the engine, which is just so awesome. This is probably one of the best vehicles that I have now in my collection, which is saying a lot because this is just simply a 3D print vehicle. But as you can see, there is a lot of detail in this vehicle. Just absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then of course with your 3 1/4 size figures in the vehicle. He will sit in the vehicle. However, you may want to replace the molded cape with a soft good cape, because the cape does hinder him from being able to sit because it kind of hits the floor there. So most definitely be replacing this cape with a soft goods cape, just to get him to sit in there a little bit better, but he does fit in there. Very cool. And then with your canopy closed and the figure on the inside, so again, you can close it and have your figures on the inside of the vehicle, which is absolutely awesome. Again, coming from a 3D print vehicle, very, very awesome. And then to get you guys a look at it in my hand. Oh, and I also forgot to show you the articulated landing gear as well. Forgot about that as well. So you have your back landing gear, which simply folds in. And this plate folds up and closes. Now it's not perfect. It doesn't stay perfectly flat. Again, that is something that's fixable, but nonetheless, very, very cool for your landing gear. And that's for both sides. Again, for your landing gear, the flap goes up, the landing gear goes in, and there you go. Very, very cool stuff. And then for the front, you move it back and up, and there you go. And then again, to get it in the landing position, you pull it up and out, and there's your front landing gear. For the side gear, for the side landing gear, you pull it out, flaps down, and there you go. Very, very cool stuff there, guys. And then for a size comparison, you have your A-wing and your Y-wing from the Rogue One set. And as you can see, it is most definitely up to par with some of the vehicles in the 3 1/4 size line. So very, very cool stuff there, guys. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the 3D print Razor Crest. Do you think this is a suitable replacement for anything that Hasbro would be able to provide to us in the 3¼ scale? I think it's very suitable to anything that Hasbro would produce for us in the 3¼ scale. Now, of course, it is a bit off scale for your figure. Using the ramps and whatnot would not work with this figure because he's just simply too big. But he does fit in the cockpit, and if you stand him at a distance from the vehicle, you would have no problem with any dioramas or even any display that you may have with the vehicle and the figure together, as long as you keep a distance where the proportions will kind of fit a bit. But a very, very cool vehicle. Even if you want to display the vehicle on its own on the shelf, I think you'll be very, very satisfied with this 3D print vehicle. So guys, what I'm going to do is in the description and in the comments, I will pin the website where you can download the 3D print blueprint for this. Now, I believe they charge for that 3D blueprint for this vehicle. I don't know how much they charge because again, I placed this order with JD Hobby and they purchased the blueprints for this. I do not have the blueprints for this, guys, but I will leave a link in the description as well as in the comments where you can find the blueprints and take them to anyone, or if you have your own 3D printer, you might want to print this for yourself, or if you know a facility that can do 3D printing, you can take these files or take those files over to them and they can print this vehicle out for you. So very cool, very awesome vehicle, guys. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Now, altogether, this did cost me about $300. That's with the 3D printing, the assembly, and the paint. And there was I believe 30 something pieces that needed to be printed. It can be a bit expensive unless you decide to put everything together and paint it on your own. Then you would probably save about $100 to $150 on this, which would make it about $150 or $140 something vehicle. So depending what your taste are and what you're into, you might want to get this 3D printed vehicle printed up for yourself, or you can just wait around for Hasbro to at some point present us with a version of this vehicle, and hopefully it will be comparable to this, because this is an absolutely awesome vehicle. And then one other thing, guys, as you can see, the windows on the vehicle have not been painted. I haven't done that yet. That's one of the things that I have not done yet. I was thinking about cutting the windows out and putting in a clear plastic so you can see the figures on the inside. That is something that I still may do. Or I could just take the cheap and lazy route and just paint the windows black on the inside and be done with it. But I'm not sure what it is that I'm going to do, because I really would hate to destroy the vehicle by cutting these panels out if I didn't do it properly. So we'll see what I will do there. And of course, I will update you guys with those changes once I've implemented those changes, guys. But guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Mando to Baby Yoda to the Razor Crest vehicle, may the Force be with you always.